I want to start this video off by saying peace up to YouTube, man, for creating this platform, which is this is a great avenue for people that don't have inroads into like the business, and there are a lot of people out there that make a lot of videos and a lot of songs and a lot of plays and things like that. Shout out to Mike Tyson. He's currently playing, in Hollywood. I wanted to see that too, because I wanted to see. I think Spike Lee. Shout out to Spike Lee. Doing his thing, with the movie industry and things like that. And I just wanted to give a shout out to all those people that are making a positive, uh, platforms for us, in the community, man, in our community. I can't say enough about positive role models. I didn't see a lot of positivity, man, when I was growing up. And I mean, it is what it is, and I want to make sure that that I present a positive and forward thinking position on life, because life is just life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is how it is. There's really no real explanation for life. I mean, if I knew how to navigate life, um, it'd be awesome, but I don't. And so what I do is I take it a day at a time, and the issues that come up, I deal with them, to the best of my knowledge, and that's important. You know what I'm saying? I mean, making the right choices. I mean, if you're in a relationship, be it male, female, male, female, female, whatever your relationship is, whoever you love. I mean, I think that society places a lot of negativity on the person. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, if you're in love with a person, you know what I'm saying, that person's not doing you any harm. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing that person any harm. You're a spiritual uplift to that person. You're a financial partner in that relationship, whatever the relationship is. You do you. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what makes you happy. You know who you are. If you don't know who you are, I think it's imperative that you find out who you are, you own your truth, you step up, you know what I'm saying, and you walk in your life, man. You walk in your life, because at the end of the day, you're gonna be who you are. You know what I'm saying? And people can deny and reject, and if you're not harmful, if you're not negative, if you present yourself in a positive light, I think that will shine through. Positivity shines through. No matter what walk of life you live in. You know what I'm saying? I mean, have character. You know what I'm saying? Have integrity about yourself. It's very important that you present yourself to the world in a positive light. I remember I lived in Atlanta briefly. I didn't live in the metropolitan part of Atlanta. I lived in Union City, which I would catch the train to Atlanta, and I would just go, man, because I grew up in a diverse community, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and it was the projects, man. It was the housing projects. We had it all, man. We had the Latino, we had the Anglo American, we had the black, you know what I'm saying. We had Vietnamese, it was amazing, man. You know what I'm saying. And I think when people don't have that diversity, or are not able to identify with diversity, I believe they become like um, blindsided by their surroundings, and that can be detrimental, because how am I going to deal with somebody if I'm closed minded about a situation? These topics about the sequester, and cutting back. I think, man, when you cut back, if you're cutting back on education, I mean, education is key. And I had no idea about that. You know what I'm saying? When I first started going to college, I was like, look, man, I'm getting my life back on track. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in the I'm not in the negative. I'm in the positive now. You know what I'm saying? And so I just started taking classes. I didn't know what classes to take. I think one of my first classes was Spanish. You know, and the situation that I found myself in at the time was very, very difficult for me to study for my Spanish class, and I ended up having to drop that class. And you know what I'm saying? And people say, habla español, cuando yo habla español, no recuerdo mi español antes. I don't remember my Spanish from back, before, you know what I'm saying? And I taught myself, I would go up to people, I would go up to, the people in my community and say, ¿cómo se dice? How you say this, man? You know what I'm saying? And they would tell me, you know what I'm saying? And I found, man, and no shade to no race, but I found that the Latino people, man, are beautiful, beautiful. I think everybody is beautiful in their own way, but I found that the Latinos that I lived around, I partied with them, I don't party today, thank God, by the grace of God, I haven't, taken a drink or mind altering drugs, and it's only by the grace of God, you know what I'm saying? I mean, people fall into these different situations, you know what I'm saying? And then people are categorized in a certain way. Oh, well, you know what I'm saying? You don't wear black or you don't wear red. Shout out to my brothers, man, in these gangs, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not saying, I'm not promoting gang violence, you know what I'm saying? But I know gang members, man, that were educated. They read the paper before the internet came out, man. And I was amazed, man. I would just like to just take a mic and put it up to them. There was this brother from Watts that was so phenomenally intellectual. It was unreal. Did no school. The only school he did was the school of hard knocks, which was the streets of Watts, man. And this dude, man, shout out to him, man. I don't want to give his name, but I don't know what he's doing. I hope he's alive. But to these people, man, that have to end up in gangs or make that choice, you know what I'm saying, because it's in the neighborhood. Gangs is in my neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? These people just need a helping hand. You know what I'm saying? They don't need to be ostracized, they don't need to be talked about. They need to be told, man, that you have value, you have worth, you're beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Um, get it together. You know what I'm saying? Get it together. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's just so much talent and so much wasted energy, in our community, in the black community, man. And I don't want to, make this, a video about, our community, but I come from that community, man. You know what I'm saying? And I've read, man. I've been reading all my life. You know what I'm saying? I know why the cage bird sings. I read, you know, you know, Arthur Golden's book before he put it out, Memoirs of a Geisha. Oh man, that book was phenomenal, man. You know what I'm saying? It was just off the chain crazy. And I read, Truman Capote, Cold Blood. I seen the movie, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I used to have a whole bunch of movies, man. Shout out to Oprah Winfrey, Denzel Washington for doing the thing. You know, that movie that they made, The Great Debate. I mean, can you imagine being on stage, you know what I'm saying, competing, debating against on like topics, you know what I'm saying, employment, they had the scene in the movie where, they would talk about, public welfare and things like that, For a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, it's just a way to get out of the situation that they're in. You know what I'm saying? So I don't knock anybody that has to do it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to those mothers, man, that don't have no help. God bless you. and you know you'll do okay. Peace.